So few days ago we received our last major update, and a lot of you guys were saying that did the game actually got optimized in that update or is it just a lie. So to be honest, that update was one of the biggest update we have ever got in Warzone Mobile. Surely there was some optimization. Here I am going to give you guys a detailed explanation whether the Warzone Mobile is optimized or not, or is it the same as before. So first of all, let's talk about that 120 FPS everybody is talking about. So to be honest, we cannot get 120 FPS in Warzone Mobile right now, even though there is an option which allow you to get up to 120 FPS, and when you are inside the lobby you get 120 FPS. However, that is not constant, and as soon as you enter the match you will get around 90 to 100 FPS. Doesn't matter how powerful a device you have, because I have iPad Pro M2, which is like one of the most powerful devices out there, and I was only getting average 90 FPS in BR, and sometime it was touching 100 and sometime it was touching 65 to 70, so it was not constant. However, I don't think so we even need 120 FPS, because a lot of other games only give 90 FPS even like after 7 years, 6 years, just like PUBG Mobile, and Call of Duty Mobile just recently introduced 120 FPS. So 90 FPS is more than enough right now for high-end devices. But the real question is about Android devices, especially low-end devices. Did they actually optimize the game for Android devices? So the answer is kind of. Let me explain. So I have been uploading the gameplay of my Android device for a few months now. So whenever we get an update, I upload the gameplay on my iPad and my Android as well. So you guys can see the comparison between a high-end device and a low-end device. But after the last update, I have noticed that they have actually improved the game for mid-end devices. I have an INFINIX Note 30 Pro, which has G99 processor, and it cost only $200. It's below 200, but we will consider 200. And I was getting average around 45 FPS when I first played the game after the update, but now due to some reason they have capped the FPS. So here let me show you how much FPS I am getting right now. So in multiplayer, the maximum FPS I can get is 30 FPS, even though I was on I have tried 30 FPS, 45 FPS, 60 FPS, uncapped, all the options, but the maximum I can get was only 30 FPS. They were kind of constant, but whenever there were a lot of players and I was getting shot from several directions, my FPS dropped to 20, 23, 25. However, you need to keep in mind that I was using a third-party FPS meter, and I was also doing a screen recording, so which can affect the FPS. Overall, we can say that in multiplayer we were getting around 30 FPS constantly on a mid-end device, which is not bad, which is definitely not bad. Especially it was shipment, which is a lot more chaotic than other multiplayer maps. Next I tried BR, and BR was a little surprising because in BR I was also getting around 30 FPS. Because the last time I checked, I have also did the live stream as well. The game was very smooth at that time, but now they have due to some reason they have capped the FPS to 30 in BR as well. Sometime it goes up to like 35, 38, but I was getting constantly 30 FPS. And I think they just cap the FPS depending on different devices, so that devices don't get overheated and there won't be any other problem with the device. So that's why I think they have capped the FPS. In Gulag I was getting 45 FPS. So overall I think they actually did optimize the game, but the game is still not in a very good state, I will say that, because 30 FPS was not constant, and the second thing was graphics were too bad. They were way too bad, and I don't think so anybody wants to play on that graphics. So anybody who has low to mid-end device, you guys are not going to get good graphics. You might get good FPS, but you are not going to get good graphics. To answer the question, did Warzone Mobile actually got optimized? So yeah, definitely they optimized the game in the last update. Previously if you were getting like 10 to 15 FPS, now you should be getting around 30 FPS, and if you have a good device then 45, 50, 60, 90, up to 90. And you can't get 120 FPS, and I don't think so they should bring 120 FPS option right now, because the game is still not optimized and it can cause a lot of heat issues and other problems. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.